Oh, hi guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a pleasure to see you again, once again today. So what I intend to do once again is to show you a bit of French. Um, of course, I'm going to share a screen with that in a few moments. Um, but yeah. Regarding just a small pause in French for my French listeners. OK, donc les gens me connaissent comme étant Monsieur Promat aussi. Alors, je sais qu'il y a une grève présentement au Québec, donc qui aura lieu les 21, 22, 23 novembre, donc mardi, mercredi, jeudi. On attend de la neige, du froid, ça va être fantastique pour les gens qui vont être dans la rue en train de faire la grève, pardon. Et qu'est-ce que je veux dire par rapport à ça? Ah, dans le fond, c'est que, ben, moi, j'ai pensé peut-être profiter de l'occasion, si j'ai le temps, évidemment. Non, en tout cas, vraiment, mardi, mercredi, vous reviendrez sur le channel et j'aurai peut-être mis des problèmes mathématiques, OK? De niveau, je dirais, secondaire 1, ça peut être de 1 à 5, là. Donc, c'est ça pour les gens qui aiment, euh, qui aiment les mathématiques, comme moi j'aime les mathématiques. Okay, so switching back in English once again, because it's my second language. Yeah, Sprechen Deutsch. No, just kidding. All right. So I wanted to make something professional. So let's start right away with the first video. And it's going to be, we're going to see, I did that in the past. I think I did that like a couple months ago, somewhere back in April or May. So you see, I should update my project, my baby, my YouTube channel, basically a little more often than I do right now. But my apologies. I apologize for that. So okay, so let me share a screen there. So we're gonna see, of course, one thing you're not gonna be able to hear what's going on, unfortunately. You know, there's probably a way, to put the sound in there, but what I used to do is well, I used to have like a cell phone or some kind of other device plugged on the internet. But right now, I have no such thing with me. So I'm gonna do as I did before with those videos where I covered the movie called Elvis Gratton. Basically, couple couple months ago, as I said. And so we're gonna cover that. So it's another one of those cult movie. There's less vulgarity, I, I presume. Well, I think from my experience of watching the movie, it's been a while since the last time I watched it. But back in the days, I even bought like this movie in a VHS cassette. So that tells you it's been a while. So first time I bought it was in 1996, from what I remember. So it's almost 30 years. Yeah, it's gonna be 30 years in 4 years, basically. All right, so we're gonna watch it together. Actually, it was in 1997. Okay. Anyhow, that really doesn't matter at this point. But what I'm gonna try to do is put the subtitle. Oh, geez, they're in English, so I don't know why. Sous-titres. Okay. So once again, I should have checked my stuff before recording. But we're gonna try something funny. It's in French, and we're gonna have English subtitles. So prepare to be all mixed up. And also pour mes amis français de France, je Je fais cet accent phoné et merdique que je m'excuse d'avance à vous, mes collègues. Mais je vais vous faire quelque chose. Donc, je vais parler en québécois, si ça ne vous dérange pas. Et si ça vous dérange, ben, je vous emmerde, quoi. OK. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you guys. So, you know, hope well enjoy actually at least the image. I'm gonna hear it on my side. So, and I apologize also for the voice. I've been through a hard week of I was coughing a lot. I was a little bit sick, but now I broke through and conquered people. So I think I'm recovering right now, so I believe that I'm on the um, you know, I'm going upwards on the slope of recovery. All right, donc je m'excuse encore pour la voix, mais je monte sur la pente de la guérison et c'est pas facile. Les grippes sont dures de nos jours. Bon, OK. Là, on partira pas une guerre sur le vaccin, OK, s'il vous plaît. Parce que ça encore, ça continue d'alimenter certaines émotions. Puis les Québécois ont un peuple très émotif. Alors, il faut faire attention à toutes ces choses-là, n'est-ce pas? Allons-y, allons-y. Je devrais changer mon nom pour Monsieur Promat, by the way. OK, doesn't really matter. Yann Pro, it's fine. Well, I'm not doing that, so won't change it. Won't change it right now. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so we got a guy called Marcel there, played by the character Luc Guérin. So what he said, he's been tied in his car by some fans of the other team, I guess. Well, they think he's biased or whatever. Um, yeah, so he's playing right now. Um, so he says one of the things he says j'aimerais pas me voir la face présentement parce que quand je suis fâché, je suis pas beau à voir. Which means I wouldn't like to see my face right now because when I'm angry, I'm not nice to look at. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, I'm gonna take off those subtitles because they don't make sense. Traduire automatiquement. Let's see. In French. Français. Français de France. Whatever. Okay. Okay. So we had a character once again, Marcel, um, who basically took off. He broke the stick of the other character um, called in the in the movie Roger, played by Michel Barrette, French Quebecer comedian. Made a career over here. Well, kind of when I was young, he was starting. So he started his career in the 80s, I believe. Anyhow, so he says, Tu trouves ça comique, toi, Roger? Which means, you find that funny, Roger? And then he breaks the stick. Yeah, so, and we've got Popol, character played by the actor Michel Charette, who, by the way, lost a lot of weight lately. Well, my congratulations to him. You know, everyone should take care of their weight. There's a healthy weight. I don't mind him being fat or whatever. I don't mind being, you know, I have no problem with that. I'm a little fat myself, but you know, I'm just underlining the fact that he made some sacrifices and it paid off in the end. So yeah, so thumbs up to you, Mr. Michel Charette. Um, yeah, and then there's the character played by Patrick Huard, which is named Guy, and Guy is a real estate agent, and he says, toi, tu dis ça pas Paul parce que c'est l'équipe à ton père, la brasserie à ton père, gna gna gna. All right, so désactiver là, les sous-titres, okay. Sorry about it. Um, all right, so let's keep on going, guys. Okay, so we've got once again the character of played by Michel Charette, that they affectionately called Popol, which is probably Paul, but you know, we say Paul in Quebec, and so I guess that's why they call him Popol. Um, Popol, and what was I saying? Okay, so he said, so the character played by Patrick Huard, he tells Popol, um, well, tu dis ça parce que tu veux pas perdre ton héritage, which means you say that because you're going to lose your heritage if we lose the game. Because what's going on, the context here is that they're playing a game because the the trainer of the team called Les Boys, it's called Stan, so Stanislas. Um, so Stan is played by the actor called Rémi Girard, which is once again a little. He's quite famous, quite big in Quebec. Maybe a little much less elsewhere in the world. It's just the way things are. You know, usually communities like that they gather together. So that's what we did as Quebecers. We're no different than anybody else in the world, I believe. Uh, anyhow, um, so yeah, what was I saying there? Um, yeah, so he answers back. Papa answers back. Well, you know, la brasserie, je m'en sacre, mais, euh, mais, voyons, mais Méo la mérite pas. Okay, so Méo, that's the other guy. So what happened at the beginning? We see in the movie that they're playing a card game and they're betting big amounts, like in thousands and stuff. And then they're playing poker. He's playing, so Stanislas playing poker with Romeo, Meo, Romeo Levasseur, which is a guy with doubtful acquaintances. So we could assume we never know it, but we can assume he's in some kind of mafia or whatever. But he's involved in criminal businesses. So anyhow, but you know it's kind of shady in there. What's going on? Um, so yeah, um, so yeah, well, we've got what? Okay, hold on a sec. Just gotta gather my thoughts together. Um, so yeah, we've got Mayo. So Mayo won that poker game. I was talking at the beginning of the movie, and was a huge amount. So it was like $5,000, I believe. And then the other guy says kit ou double. So um, so you know, I guess it was like $10,000 in the end. Um, well, what was it? I don't know. It must have amounted like at $50,000. So, it's a detail, doesn't really matter at this point, but a huge amount. And so, so what happens is he gives Stanislaus 1 week to gather the money and reimburse him. And in the end, um, he doesn't succeed at the end of the week. So he has to, Romeo, according to his mafia, whatever, his gangster group, he has to break his leg. And he's still Stan is still a friend of Neo. And there's a funny part in there where Neo goes like says like in French, so it says like um says to Stan, l'amitié ça n'a pas de prix, mais ça vaut pas 50,000 pièces. Something like that. Okay, so which means Stan friendship is priceless, but it's not worth $50,000. Okay, so in the end, he doesn't break his leg, but the other guy still falls in not in a coma, but faint. Yeah, he faints and loses consciousness for a couple of minutes, and then Mio comes when he comes back. He says, "Is it over? You broke my leg. I don't feel anything." So, and then Mio answers back, um, while you were sleeping or, while you were painting, I thought about something. And, instead of being that $50,000, it's going to be your bar, your pub, basically. So it's got in French, they call it brasserie, which brasserie is brewery in English. Usually a brewery is the place where you brew the beer, of course, makes sense. Which could be also the same thing in French, but we also use it for like bars where they sell beer, basically. So so yeah, brasserie. So once again, another word, brasserie, brewery, but applied for a bar. It's kind of rare these days that we call it brasserie. It's pretty old fashioned. Um, but there's still places called like that. But it's just like the old thing called la taverne, which makes you pretty old. That's just tavern, also in English. And if you go to a tavern, I guess you're already dead or you're pretty old at this point. Um, I haven't seen that many lately. Anyhow, I don't drink anymore, so I don't go to pubs. Okay, so let's keep on moving. Okay, so the guy starts his speech. Uh, Character played by Marc Messier. Uh, what's his name in there? Jeez, I should have put that in my. It's gonna come back probably because I used to listen to that movie all the time, which some people may find me a little old-fashioned or cliche or whatnot. I don't really care. Call me kitten or call me kitsch. I don't really care. But so Marc Messier, the actor, that's the name of the actor, just like Marc Messier of the hockey player, but is a French Quebecer comedian or whatnot. So he's on his speech, and he started up by saying that on lui doit bien ça à Méo, pas à Méo, mais à Stanislas, à Stan. On lui doit bien ça, so which means we owe him that at least, at the very least, because he said, pensez à tout ce que Stan a fait pour vous autres, so think about, penser is thinking. So, pensez à tout ce que Méo, non, Stan a fait pour vous autres. So, think about all the things he did for us. It's a pretty generic statement at this point. Let's keep on moving. Okay. And then he goes, quand on a besoin de lui, il se fait le cœur en quatre, par exemple. Which means he breaks his heart in four parts. Um, yeah, so he's se fait le cœur en quatre, which means that he gives himself fully to, he goes well above and beyond the call of duty, if you want to call it this way. Donc, il se fait le cœur en quatre. Another expression that you're going to use with your French Quebecer friends. I'm pretty proud of you. I'm pretty proud of you, my following, my people, my kind. The people want to learn French, but not French from France. I have nothing against French people. I love them and I love hearing their accent. But there's nothing better in life than your own accent, your own the place where you come from. So it's a nice thing, just as much as English people, they probably enjoy the British accent, but then they also enjoy their own accent made up from their own place. Hein? Y a quoi de plus beau que l'accent francophone d'Amérique du Nord, français, québécois, de Canadien français, de Joal, du Calice de Calvaire? OK. Okay, let's keep on moving, guys. Forget about the last part. I was swearing in French. It doesn't matter. So the character played by Paul Hood, who was a comedian and also a radio guy, uh, goes like, c'est bien, mais c'est pas une raison pour finir ma vie dans le coma. So basically, it's not a reason to end my life in a coma. Just because the other team that they're facing is pretty big and rough and so on and so forth. So that was the idea there and behind that statement. Got it. So let's move on. We still have a couple, two other minutes to go. So j'espère que vous avez du bon temps avec moi and it's getting fun. Let's keep on moving, guys. Okay, so it goes on a rant, positive rant this time, which says that he had trouble, financial trouble, and Stan gave him a hand. He borrowed money from Stan, and now comme il dit en français, il pète le feu, so he's full of energy. He's, I don't have the equivalent expression up my head there, but it's pretty interesting. All right. Sounds good. So let's keep on moving once again. Les blacks sont gros, sont forts, ont des grosses épaules, ils font peur. Which means the black, in this case, he could have said les noirs in French, but they put a lot of English words here and there. It's almost half and half, so I guess you can grab bits and pieces of what's going on. Still, so les noirs sont there. So the blacks they're strong. They got big shoulders. They're scary. They're really scary. And that's where we are right now. So let's keep on moving a few seconds once again. C'est quoi notre force, nous autres, les boys? Ce serait pas entre les deux oreilles. Je pense que oui, moi. So which is so what's our strength? What's our strength to us, les boys? Um, wouldn't that be in between our ears? So basically the brain, and then here we are. Okay, let's push play. Okay, so now he comes up with, he says in French, les Américains ont une expression que j'affectionne particulièrement. And then he goes on saying the given expression there. So, yeah, and the expression is the mental toughness. He says it in English, folks. Isn't that amazing? Donc, la dureté du mental. Dureté, like it's hard, you know, the hardship, the toughness of the mental toughness, basically. Okay, so there's a joke in there. It's not a big joke, but he says basically, moi, je sens qu'il y a beaucoup de mental. La chambre est remplie de mental. Donc, the player's room is filled up with mentals. So, in this case, the joke would be that, you know, the both sense of mental, to have to explain furthermore. So mental could mean sick people, you know, psycho and stuff like that. So yeah, so there's this joke there. I know it's not a big joke. There's better jokes than that, but je fais de mon mieux. I do my best, you know. Trying my best here, so just bear with me. And you know, if you don't like it, just cut me off. That's fine. I don't really mind at this point. Let's keep on going still with those people who love me, who like me, and like what I say, and somehow enjoy this raspy voice with cod and filled with cod and mucus and so on and so forth. So he ends up by saying, Je pense que le message est clair. Yes, oui, supposed to be funny. The fact that he translates such a word, you know. I mean, of course, if you're gonna be, of course, everyone in the world pretty much knows yes. And even most Americans, most English people would figure out pretty quickly that yes means we, or you get, you know, si in Spanish, Italian, Portuguese probably, and just as you know, ye or yeah, you're not like, whoa, this is big German, this is hard, you know. So of course, maybe 999 would be, you know, could be mixed up with the number nine, I guess. But in this case, you know, 999. Anyhow, it's not German. Je suis là pour vous apprendre le français. I'm there to teach you a bit of French here and there. Thank you very much. Bye. Well, we're not finished yet. Okay. Then the character played by Patrick Huard comes up and sort of like the negative influence to the group in this case. He says, moi, j'en ai rien qu'une face et j'aimerais ça qu'elle reste intacte. Okay, I guess there's an allusion here to to the fact that there might be a kind of word of play, um, you know, by saying that he's too somehow the other guy is two-faced. Um, well, I think the guy's got few issues, especially with women. We see it in the movie. He's got several gigs running on at the same time, if you know what I mean. Donc, what does he say? Fait que c'est ça. Fait que je te laisse tout seul le mental. He says something like that at this effect. So he comes up again with this joke there. Okay, and there was Boisvert just before. This actor is not really well known, but I haven't seen him much except the film Les Boys. So I guess that's why he's on every movie of Les Boys. But his character is called Boisvert, well known in the movie and the series and so on, because there was a few movies. I guess that's the only thing we've got somehow in Quebec hockey to talk about. Il n'y a rien que ça, le hockey au Québec. Okay. Yeah, so he said Popol et l'autre, and I skipped his name. Ils ont raison. So they're right. Okay. Anyhow, let's keep on moving. Sorry. So he's a guitar player and says je peux pas. Okay, I can't, basically. Because he doesn't want to break his fingers because he plays guitar, and because some people involved in fights, sometimes you break your fingers, your knuckles, and sometimes it can be long, it can be a few months. So he doesn't want to take that risk because he's playing, he's got a few shows going on and he doesn't want to miss them somehow. Okay, so we succeeded, guys. We broke through and conquered. Okay, so okay, all right. So how much time have we got? Some guess. I guess it's been a few minutes now. I have to go to the grocery store. Donc, je vous remercie d'avoir été avec moi. On fera d'autres choses la prochaine fois. Et on aura pas mal de fun. On va avoir du plaisir. Donc, je ne sais pas si on voit le meeting chat. Je pourrais vous écrire une couple de choses. Could write you down a few words. So, what have we learned today as the words that, we learned? La dureté du mental. Donc, la dureté du mental. Mental toughness. Mental toughness. I'm not even sure you can see those, but I'm gonna give it a try. What else we got? On avait dis-moi, virgule, je lui dois rien à Stan. So I owe nothing to Stan. Okay. At some point, there was Papa saying that Méo la mérite pas, so he said la brasserie, moi je m'en fous. La brasserie, virgule, je m'en fous. Mais Méo ne la mérite pas, or something to that effect, which would be I don't care. I don't care about the brewery. Or is it brewery? I believe it's brewery. But however, Romeo doesn't, Romeo for Romeo doesn't deserve it. Something like that. OK, l'autre, on lui doit bien ça à Stan. On lui doit bien cela à Stan. Hey, les boys. Could be, we owe him, well, I'd say something like, well, a little different. So one could say that we might as well. This is a long way of saying that, but owe that to Stan. Isn't it, n'est-ce pas? Isn't it, les boys? OK, alors, donc j'espère que vous avez appris une couple de choses en français. Et I thank you very much for being there, my English friends. Et vous inquiétez pas, mes amis francophones, amateurs de mathématiques. I'll be back, comme disait le Terminator. Hasta la vista, baby. À la prochaine. Bye.